There is some great news to look forward to today. Um, Biden signed the $1.9 trillion American Rescue Package, and here's what's in it. Um, Biden signed the $1.9 trillion bill called the American Rescue Plan. It completed passage on Congress on Wednesday, and without and that one Republican had supported the bill because they're fucking pieces of shit. Why would they want to help anybody? And the President Joe Biden signed the bill into law on Thursday. Democrats have said that the third massive coronavirus-related spending and stimulus bill, following the $2.2 trillion CARES Act from March 2020 and the $900 billion package from December, is necessary to crush the COVID-19 virus and help with economic recovery. Republicans say that the vast majority of the money in the bill has nothing to do with the coronavirus, is instead a wish list of Democratic policy priorities, and that's because Republicans are fucking stupid. But here are the highlights of the contents of this bill. $1,400 stimulus checks. As a follow-up to the 1,200 and 600 batches of stimulus checks from 2020, this bill provides a third round of stimulus checks of up to 1,400. Individuals who earn up to 75,000, individuals who earn up to 75,000 or couples who had made up to 150,000 will get the full 1,400 per person, and there are higher income limits for those with kids. The 300 per week extra in unemployment. The federal government will provide an extra 300 per week in unemployment, but insurance payments on top of state benefits, and that will last up until September 6th. The House initially approved 400, but the Senate lowered it to 300. $350 billion in aid to states and local governments. States and localities suffering the massive budget losses will get what they call the controversial relief from the bill, which was excluded for the first two COVID aid bills. States will get money based on their share of national unemployed workers, while $130.2 billion in money is to cities and countries that will be based, counties will be based on the Community Development Block Grant, the formula for cities and by population for the counties. Republicans criticize what they called a blue state bailout that were for governments run by Democrats, and that chose to shut down businesses and activities and open up later than the Republican-run states. San Francisco, home to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, will get around $630 million, nearly wiping away the city's $150 million budget shortfall. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer's New York gets an estimated $23 billion between the funding for the state government and its localities, but states run by Republicans will get a fair amount of money too. Texas will get an estimated $26.7 billion in state and local aid, for instance. For the vaccines, the bill includes $5.2 billion for vaccine research and $1 billion for a vaccine awareness campaign, and $500 million to the Food and Drug Administration to review and develop the surveillance of vaccines and therapeutics. Testing and tracing. For the testing and tracing, it also includes $46 billion for contact tracing and mitigation, and $1.75 billion for sequencing and watching other COVID-19 strains, and $500 million for developing data surveillance. Public health. It provides $7.6 billion in funding to health departments to hire 100,000 full-time employees and provide medical equipment and for managing supplies, data, and reporting. And for the health disparities, the bill will allocate $25.2 billion to provide services to underserved, what they call, communities. Republicans, being the stupid idiots that they are, have complained that only 9% of the $1.9 trillion bill is directly related to the COVID-19 mitigation. $168 billion goes to schools. The education funding includes $126 billion for the kids that are going from kindergarten to senior in high school. That was aimed at helping schools reopen and helping students catch up on learning. And $40 billion goes to support the higher education institutions, and $2.75 billion goes to the governors to share with private schools. But the boost to child income tax credit, the bill expands the child tax credit from $2,000 per child, and it goes up to $3,600 per child that are ages between 6 and under, and then $3,000 per child that goes from 6 to 17. The benefits phase out by $50 for every $1,000 of adjusted gross income for those making $75,000 per year individually, or $150,000 jointly. $25 billion goes into emergency rental assistance, and $5 billion goes into emergency housing vouchers, and $7.25 billion goes to the Paycheck Protection Program that involves small business loans with extended eligibility for larger nonprofit groups. Yep.